Good evening, everyone.
Wow, Spider-Man. Apparently, I'm your amazing friend.
Nice. Where's Iceman? That makes you Iceman.
I don't have an Iceman costume.
Every answer tonight is Firestar. That's all I'm going to say.
Talk to me, Goose.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the latest episode of Fandom Power. Tonight, I am not your host. I am the co-host tonight. Andy, it's your show tonight. Tell the folks what we're going to do tonight.
Well, Hank had mentioned, maybe doing a trivia episode, and I kind of ran with that concept.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah. So tonight we've got our first interactive trivia contest.
Okay, I'm very excited about this because
the winner is guaranteed a genuine no prize.
Nice.
I haven't seen those since the 90s.
Oh man.
Exactly.
Do you know if there's still a thing? Did you check the reference out?
I haven't.
No.
It would be a damn shame if they're not still a thing.
Yeah.
I was an avid reader of the Soapbox. I loved it.
And Soapbox was
I loved it.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Just want to say a big Fandom Power welcome to everybody that's been watching the show, that catches us on the replay, that are watching live with us now. Guys, since we have migrated our channel over to the new Fandom Power podcast YouTube channel, I just want to say we just uploaded our 100th video.
Nice.
We are still porting videos from the old channel, but including the new content that's going up. We just made our 100th video, and I want to say a huge thank you to our friends over at Reflex Point, a Robotech podcast, for our joint production. That's Robotech Macross, a 1.5. It is an actual roleplay podcast that I'm a part of there, that we are running on both channels. And because of that, our latest episode of Robotech Macross 1.5 is Fandom Power's 100th video. So thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody who's watching,
awesome,
who's participating in all of our shows. Participation, folks, tonight, it's 100%. Audience participation. So don't forget to jump in on the comments and drop us a line, say hello, even if you don't want to answer the questions, because Lord knows I'm not going to get a whole bunch of them right tonight. Anyway, big thank you to everybody who's been with us from the start, and welcome if you're new. Thank you for showing up tonight or catching us on the replay wherever you may be in the world. Glad to have you along. I hope you stick around for the long run, because we are right between
deep dive
review series at the moment. So we've got some
proof that we're not just a Star Wars show. Right here, folks. Proof.
We've got some time to play around, and that's exactly what we're doing tonight. We're just having a good time. We're sitting around enjoying each other's company.
And I am going to try and stump these two guys.
And I may just enjoy my beverage and not care.
Got our first comment coming in from our Facebook user. It says, hey there.
Hey there, Woo! Facebook user. Hello to you, sir, ma'am, person, wherever you are. I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in.
So tonight's theme is all Marvel.
Okay.
And it stretches all the way back.
All the way back.
All the way back. So,
man.
But I don't think it's too hard.
Did you load up some MCU questions for me?
There might be a couple.
Okay, because those are the ones I might actually be good at.
Excellent.
Another comment here from Robert
Tebow. Good evening, guys. Hello to you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the lightsaber idea. You created a monster.
Oh, yeah.
And we now have a whole new series because of you. So way to go, Rob.
Did you see that the Han Solo pistol just sold for like $500,000?
I saw there was a headline.
Like recently?
Yeah.
Last couple of days.
I can't afford that.
No.
Our Facebook user is actually Dave.
David. Right. My friend David, who lives just down the road, 200 meters away as the crow flies.
Nice.
Will there be any crow questions?
No, Crow's a different universe.
Totally different universe.
Different universe. James Bobar made him, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. James Bobar, yeah.
But on to our stuff here tonight. I have assembled 25 multiple choice questions.
Ooh, excellent.
Nice.
And yeah.
Is there? I guess you should go over the rules, right? Are there any rules?
Show your answers, I guess. I don't know.
Are we giving everybody a chance to ring in before we reveal?
We could do
Yeah, I
that.
think we'll give people
Excellent.
a couple.
We could wait and see if anybody from the audience chimes in before we do.
There you
And
go.
we could even
Excellent.
all answer and you could
We
tell
could
who's
hold our
right.
answers to the end.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Something like that.
Oh,
another
another
one coming in.
Hey guys, glad I could make it on. That's from
It's
Major
Major.
Medina. Major Medina, one half of a Reflex Point, a Robotech podcast. Thank you, sir, for being part of our show. And as always, lots of friendship, lots of comradeship between their channel and ours. Thank you for being part of the Fandom Power's 100th video on the Fandom Power podcast YouTube channel. Thank you very much for that. Can't wait to do the next one.
Dave has said he's predicting D.
All of the above.
Nice.
Well, that'll be right 25% of the time, I guess.
This is
I
like
don't know.
for Dave. This is not going to be like an army exam.
All right. So you want to kick it off?
I'm ready if you are.
All right.
Let's do it.
First question coming up. Question 1. Which of the following characters was not a member of the substitute Fantastic Four team that included Spider-Man? Ghost Rider, the Hulk, the Punisher, or Wolverine?
Oh, I know this.
Who was not? Which of the following characters was not a member of the substitute Fantastic Four team that included Spider-Man? Wow.
Now, I read this originally, so I know.
Wait, what decade are we talking here?
We're talking the 90s. It's definitely the 90s.
This is a 90s thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
wait, who's the least popular character in the 90s?
Good. That'd be a tough
In that
call
list,
there.
that's a tough call in
Yeah.
that list.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, I'm locking in my answer. It's in.
Yeah,
All right.
I got mine locked in yet.
Okay, we have our Facebook user that is locked in C.
We have one answer for C. C, that's
Sure.
the Punisher. All right.
So big reveal.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Hank, what did you pick?
I picked the Punisher as well.
Damn, I picked Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Well, Hank beat you this time because it is the Punisher.
The Punisher was not part of that
Yeah,
team.
I remember a couple
Wow.
of these comic covers. I never really read them, but I do remember that.
Rob Tebow at the buzzer. C, sir, you are in,
Yeah,
and you
you
are
got it.
correct.
You got it. You're gonna have to keep your own tallies at home because we're not that complex.
Yeah, but it was a short-lived run. The new
I
Fantastic
do remember that
Four-
comic cover. Yeah.
Yeah, they only lasted for 3 issues.
That's a great cover, by the way.
It is.
Wait, is
But
that Hulk when he was on a gray run?
it was a Gray Hulk, yes.
Okay, all right.
But the
Mr.
team
Fix
has
It.
reunited this year for a limited run series.
Nice.
So wait, this incarnation is
This incarnation is reunited for
interesting.
A,
And
I think it might be
typical,
a 5-issue limited series.
let me guess, typical Marvel, they're just going to pick it up like nothing ever happened. Like they've just
Maybe.
been there the whole time.
No, I think it's they have to come back together, but don't quote me on it.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Question 2. Which country is Doctor Doom's homeland?
Lock it in.
Nice. Yeah, I got
Lock
it.
it in.
Did you make up
locked
some
in.
of the other names?
I did not.
Two of them are fantastic.
Our multiple choice answers here are Latveria, Simcaria, Transia, or Wakanda.
I don't know about you guys, but I want to go to Transia, wherever that is.
Yeah.
That's not my answer, though.
Fair enough.
We've got one. We've got two.
Facebook.
We've got
users
two
coming in.
anonymous Facebook user answers that locked in A.
Yes, they
Nice.
did.
A is
So,
also, I'm choosing A. as
Yeah,
well.
that is my answer as well.
Latveria.
Well, you are all correct. Latveria
Doom.
is his homeland.
I'm just
Dude.
waiting. Like, I know there's a lot going on in this upcoming Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, there's some rumblings
heard
that
that
Doom,
he will be-
that Doom might. I mean, a Latveria name drop would be enough. It
It
would
would
just
be.
be
Yeah.
enough to wet the whistle. Like
some people
ooh.
even speculating that the castle in Moon Knight was Castle Doom.
Maybe.
Oh, I never
Was it-
even thought about that.
Yeah.
Not
Genosha.
Genosha.
Wicked.
Hey, I know that one. That's an island.
It was.
Oh, what
Now
happened?
it's a
It's a
a
splatter.
continent or something now.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they got nuked out of existence, didn't they?
Yeah, but now, isn't there like the
The new one is
Genosha-
Krakoa.
Oh, that's right. That's
It's
right.
the living island.
I remember
Right.
Genosha as being a central location
Yeah, like a haven for mutants.
in Extinction Agenda.
Mhm.
Which one of my favorite mutant stories of all time, by the way.
All right, let's move on here. Question 3. What is the real name of the alien watcher who observes Earth?
Oh man, even I know this one.
Yeah.
Choices: Aaron, Is,
It's not Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
Icor, or Uatu.
Telling you, if you get this wrong, you're gonna have to march your ass down to Shog Hennessy's office.
We got a
Wicked.
Facebook user logging in. They've locked in their
We
answer.
got one answer for D.
Yeah, I'm in at D.
I'm coming in at D too.
You are correct.
Icor, that sounds like a UN mission.
Yep.
The Icor.
Uatu the Watcher.
Uatu, voiced most recently by Jeffrey. My God, what's his last name?
Was it right?
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
But
What if?
yeah, he's been killed in comics and came back, I guess.
There's another one came in. There's another D coming in.
Excellent.
We'll take it. Time delay.
There is a time delay, and you know what? Depending on what platform you're watching on, that delay could be. It can be different. Sometimes Facebook is slower. Sometimes YouTube is slower.
True.
We don't really have any control over that.
If
but,
you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you're pretty much screwed.
that's right.
Too late for that one.
Yeah.
You're
You
about
can
3
answer
days.
alone to yourself in your car later.
You're about 3 days late.
Yeah. We love you though. Still,
Please come back.
Tune in.
All right, next question. In which year did the original Human Torch first appear?
Oh dear Lord.
Oh, nice.
1953, 1949, or nope, sorry, 1942, 1939, or 1966.
So wait, now we're talking original, and
We're
my,
talking
Yeah.
original.
my Fantastic Four knowledge is limited, but I do know that there's a robot involved here.
There is a robot involved.
So is this before they knew he was a robot, or
Yeah.
This is the original one. The original
we're
was a robot.
They all knew that-
Fantastic Four. Yeah.
right? Okay, so
Predating.
that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
The robot. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's tough, actually. I'm gonna.
It is
Okay.
tough because there's a couple numbers that are kind of looking at me, going,
Yeah.
"Pick me."
Okay. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna go.
We have our first Facebook user locking in with B.
There it is.
All right, we got another one. We got a
Ew.
comment here coming in from Morgan
Morgan,
Donaldson, who
also
also
locking
says
in a
a
B.
B.
I'm gonna go with B too. I'm trepidatious. I think it might be
I am.
C.
I'm actually going to A. I'm
Yeah,
going to A.
oh.
I'm the odd one out. I'm going to A. I just didn't think that Marvel Comics had really hit their stride until the 50s.
Invaders. Namor, Captain America.
Yes. Yeah.
They were World War II. They were always
fair enough,
punching
fair
Hitler
enough.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
Captain America.
So wait, are we talking year in publication or year in real life?
Publication year.
Publication in real life, yeah.
That assumes that the comic was written contemporarily, I suppose.
I believe it was.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
then I guess I'm wrong again.
Yeah, everybody is actually wrong
What?
on this one.
No!
1939.
See, I wasn't sure
39?
if he appeared before America got involved in the war, and that's why I kind of went with 42. But I do remember like
Wow.
Invaders comics dating back to the 40s. Captain
Yep.
America, Namor, Submariner. Have you guys seen the? Sorry, segue. Have you seen the Wakanda Forever trailer?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times.
Oh, man.
I've probably cried. Well, once for sure I cried. Queen Ramonda, Angela Bassett kills
Yeah.
me every time with
Yeah,
her.
man.
Have I not given everything?
Yeah. I need me some Submariner for sure. Wicked.
So
Okay,
is
we
anybody
tanked that one.
upset over the Mesoamerican theme of and it's not Atlantis apparently.
Well, they don't want to confuse it with Aquaman.
Aquaman, I suppose so. Although I did,
Yeah.
so I read a thing that, and I can't think of the name of the nation that they're going with, but the name, you guys can look this up. The name that they're using is actually a variation of an old Aztec word that means paradise.
Yeah, that's
So I
pretty
thought
close.
that's kind of cool,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
especially given the MCU and their recent foray into the afterlife.
Mhm. The
That,
spirit
Hmm.
belt.
everybody's got their own afterlife. So
Well, they kind of did that already in Black Panther.
yes, that's just but that's just one afterlife.
True.
We saw another afterlife in Moon Knight,
Mhm.
and there's a bunch of afterlives essentially intimated in Thor. So
In the comics, Reed Richards literally builds a machine to go to heaven to rescue Johnny Storm after he dies. So there's
that's
that
dedication.
too.
That's a dedication.
Yeah, there's that too.
All right. Next question. How old was Stan Lee when he first became editor in charge of Marvel Comics?
He was a young man. I know that much.
25, 21, 18, or 30.
Now he started working there before he was 20.
He did. That's why
I know that he started working. So I'm locking in. I'm locking in it. I'm going with B.
I'm going with A.
Going in at B. It might be A, but I'm going with B because I
know that he was
young.
He was a writer. He wrote a lot of romance comics and stuff like that for them.
Sure.
He started as a gopher, over.
Yeah.
He was just running coffees and doing errands, and we got a Facebook user locking in at B.
Yeah, we got
Morgan
B.
is also
Morgan's coming in
at
B.
Nice.
And Sean is locked in at B as well.
Wow, did I set the trend with that one?
All right.
I might have.
Maybe. Oh, wait, Sean's locking in at C for this one.
18. Wow, yeah, just a baby.
All right.
So, answer reveal.
21.
I got
it. Nicely done.
Yeah.
So did I tell you the story? I may have told this on a previous episode, but you know what? This is a great time to talk about. Kim and I went to the movies one night, and Cineplex does these events, and we bought tickets to this, it's your life kind of thing with Stan Lee.
Ooh.
Had no idea that it was a live show out of LA.
Oh my God.
We get to the theater. I bought the tickets online. We get to the theater. There's nobody in the theater. It's just Kim and I, just my wife and I.
That's wicked.
We go in, we sit down, and it's like, this thing's supposed to start at like 7:15. It's like 7:30. So I go back out to the lobby and I'm like, hey, does anybody know that we're in here? And the usher's like, oh, I'll just make sure that everything's okay. I assume that everything's fine because within 5 minutes of me sitting down, the lights come up, the screen comes up. And on the screen, I'm looking at another theater and people are filtering in to sit down. And it was this live thing hosted by Chris Hardwick, where they literally walked Stan out on stage and they had a cavalcade of people from his life, industry people, come out and basically fawn on him about how much he meant to them and what his work meant to them. And I was so flabbergasted at how
that's wicked.
It was amazing to sit there and watch it, knowing that it was just me and Kim in the theater.
That's cool.
The number of technical difficulties that they experienced guaranteed that it would never see the light of day after the live stream. But man, you have never lived until you've heard Stan Lee say, fuck. He was so upset because they were, each person would come out, they were swapping the lav mics.
Yeah.
So one person would wear the lav mic and they had a second one that they were putting on the next person to come out, and they would do this swap thing. Both lav mics crap the bed. They had one stick mic, and Stan finally gets so frustrated. He turns to Chris Hardwick and he's like, why don't you go and get us some real fucking microphones? And Chris Hardwick just is like, yep, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Nice. But yes, it was completely amazing. And then, of course, within, a year of that, we lost him. So very cool thing. Never got to meet him. I did.
I did. Nice. His last tour through Fan Expo in Toronto.
Godspeed, nice. Stan. Excelsior, wherever you are.
Yep. All right. Moving on to the next question. Question 6. Who drew and inked the cover of Amazing Fantasy number 15 from 1962?
That's the Spidey cover, right?
That is the Spidey cover.
Okay.
Your choices are A, Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko, B, Steve Ditko, C, Steve Ditko and Dick Ayers, or D, Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers.
Oh, okay. I'm locking in an answer. It's in. I got it locked in.
Me too.
Yeah. This one's kind of tricky, though. But I'll tell you why in a second.
Drew and inked.
Drew and inked.
Oh, now you've thrown... Okay, as soon as you say that, now I want to change my answer. I'm changing my answer. I'm officially changing it. I'm a co-host on this show. I can do that.
Fair enough.
Okay. Locked into B.
First Facebook user is saying C. Morgan is coming in also with C.
God, you guys are coming in hot with the C's.
Well, Sean's coming in with
Sean,
B.
my man. B all the way.
All right. So
I'm going with A.
Are you locking in?
Yeah, I think Kirby inked it.
See, A was my first answer, and then you said it was a trick question, and I'm
I think it's a trick because their names are backwards.
Maybe.
I think Ditko drew it and Kirby inked it, as a favor.
All right.
I recall a story or something. Anyway.
Well, you should have stuck with A, Wes.
Yeah.
Because that is who did it. But the trick is...
I recall a story about that.
Yeah, there is a story behind this because originally it was drawn and inked by Steve Ditko.
Oh,
But at the very last minute, Stan Lee told Kirby to draw it over and have Ditko ink it.
Nice. That's
So
Really?
that's how you ended up
the
with
second cover.
the iconic version, which is still pretty close.
So wait, did the other cover ever get printed then?
I
Yeah,
think
it was
reprinted later on.
Reprint.
But
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the when they were doing all the classic Spider-Man. Remember when they did classic X-Men? They just started reprinting them with all new covers.
yeah,
That was one of the original. Yeah.
For all the toy people in the room or in the show tonight, you guys are following along with Marvel Legends, knowing that this figure is getting a Marvel Legends release.
it is.
Nice.
I don't know if you can still order it or not.
I think you might be able to catch it. Unfortunately, it's at the newer, higher price.
Well, I mean, that's not going to change.
I know.
I'm happy with my my retro carded one, my stand-in for my Amazing Friends display. Amazing Friends, by the way.
Which is getting its own
Brought to you by Firestar.
You know what's really funny is like we went through, you and I, Andy, specifically talked about, I'm like, well, Firestar's out. I got to get that retro carded Iceman. So what, you went and found it.
Yep.
And then it's like, I got to get the retro carded Spider-Man. It was what, Christmas or my birthday. And then here we are in the month of August, and it was just this month that they released that. Oh, by the way, they're going to release those exact same figures
In a box
in a
set.
3-pack. Of course, Iceman will not have the X belt, but and he's got some nice paint apps, which I thought were kind of cool. But
Another Facebook user coming in here.
what's up, cuz?
Not too much. Doing trivia.
We're playing some Marvel trivia. Thanks for joining us here on Fandom Power. It's this technically will be our 101st video if you're catching this on the replay. So thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. Drop us a comment or a question if you have any, and don't forget, continue to play along on our All Marvel Edition Trivia Night.
Yep. So with that, next question. Which bridge was the site of Gwen Stacy's death in The Amazing Spider-Man number 121?
Oh, dear.
Was it A, George Washington in the script and Brooklyn in the art, B, George Washington, C, Queensboro, or D, Brooklyn?
I got this locked in. I'm wearing the shirt, man. I can't get this one wrong.
I can. You know how many bridges there are in New York?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A few.
I'm going to go with... Okay, I'm locked in at D.
All right.
I'm A.
It's me and my boy Sean. Me and Sean all the way. D. The Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay. Facebook user is locked in at B. Morgan has locked in at D.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Sean has also locked in at D.
Big A.
And our What's Up Cuz apparently is actually my cousin.
Hey!
There we go. Well, welcome to the show for the first time.
Well,
Nice.
welcome, Andy's cousin.
All right, family.
Guys, just a quick admin point. For those of you who are watching on Facebook anonymously, I can tell that you are watching from the Fandom Power podcast group. If you want your name to be shown, all you have to do is search out StreamYard in Facebook, and you need to give StreamYard permission so that we can see your name. Unless you want to remain anonymous, and we completely respect that, and you can just do nothing. Or you can tune in and watch over at the Fandom Power Podcast fan page, where the privacy settings will allow us to see your name.
Either way,
A.
thanks for joining us.
A.
So Hank is locked in with A.
A.
I feel like I should just sit back and enjoy my beverage at this point.
Well, you might want to
Nice.
because Hank takes this one.
Yes.
It was the George Washington in the script and Brooklyn in the art.
Yeah. They
Is that
just
right, eh?
That
they
is
just
right.
drew the Brooklyn Bridge and they called it the George Washington Bridge, basically. Yeah.
I don't live in New York. Do they look that different?
A little bit, I guess.
Different
But,
enough for New Yorkers.
Yeah, in the script, though, it's the George Washington Bridge because Norman Osborn's favorite president is George Washington.
Oh, sure.
But
Yeah.
in later reprints, they corrected it and, squared it
Okay,
away
fair
to
enough,
all
yeah,
be
yeah.
Brooklyn. Next question. Which classic Spider-Man villain appeared in Spider-Man number 1 in 1990?
Oh, yeah.
Was it the
Well,
Lizard?
that's a Todd Father cover
That
right
is
there.
a Todd
Yeah,
Father
yeah.
cover. The Vulture, the Green Goblin, or Dr. Octopus?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm probably wrong again, but
Eh,
I'm coming in hot with a C.
Bang.
Dang it!
Big A.
Sticking to my guns. I know I'm wrong, but at this point, I don't even care.
Rise above it.
Yep. It was a good arc. It was written by Todd McFarlane, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got Morgan locking in with C.
I did my
See, represent.
art school college thesis on Todd McFarlane while other kids were doing like Van Gogh and stuff.
I did my high school art projects on him, too.
Nice.
We got Glenn Howie coming in with D.
Took me to go to Glenn. What's going on?
Glenn, welcome to the show, sir.
And then we have Eric, my cousin, coming in with C.
Oh, there you go. So
unfortunately,
Rise
though,
above it all.
I think Hank is the only one that got this one.
Come on,
Really?
guys.
The
oh,
lizard.
wow.
Yeah.
Who's a super feral
It
feral
was.
version of the lizard. Yeah,
Yeah, he was being controlled
when
by
McFarlane
Callisto.
would, yeah. He went nutty places. He actually got quite dark. You could see why he sort of branched off into Spawn and stuff. He got really dark with
I follow
Craven the Hunter.
Toddy on Facebook,
Me too.
and you catch his little 2-minute how to draws.
I do catch a lot of those.
He just did a Spider-Man one, and I'm like, could you draw Spider-Man's got no nose, so just no nose. I'm like, what do you mean he's got no nose? And I'm looking at this cover going, no, he's got no nose.
Yeah, it's always been a flat nose
Completely
for
flat.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, another one from Glenn.
Hey, I was formerly anonymous Facebook guy.
Wicked.
Oh, there you go.
It's
Wicked.
funny though how many people tune in. If you catch the notification on Facebook, it actually says, "Hey, we're going live on StreamYard. Give StreamYard permission so we can see your name." I guess maybe we need to tell people more often, "Hey guys, you need to find StreamYard and give it permission so we can see who you are." But thank you for doing that.
All right, next question. Which animal did Loki once turn Thor
I know
into?
this one. I know this one.
Yes.
This one was an Easter egg in the recent series of Loki.
I saw him.
So your choices are a goat, a frog, a mouse, or a horse.
That is the worst Thor costume in the MCU, by the way.
It's the worst Thor movie in the MCU, and there's
I didn't
been
wanna
2
go
other
that-
really bad ones.
Okay, I didn't want to go that far.
I'm
but-
locked in at B.
Sean is also locked in at B.
I'm going to throw down a B as well.
All right, as is Glenn. Where are you, Morgan? Have you locked in your answer yet?
He's going to the bathroom. I don't know. Maybe he's getting a drink.
He's playing. There he is, playing along.
There
He
he
is also locking in at B.
Yeah, we're all right. Frog.
Yep. Frog of Thunder.
I do like the artwork on that, by the way, the Frog Thor. I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it was so nice to see that cameo of him trapped in a jar.
Trying to break
Wicked.
through the
That
jar.
was wicked.
Oh, we got another one. Hey, Andrew. Hello.
Another anonymous Facebook user. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, back.
Hello, anonymous Facebook user.
All
How are
right.
you?
Next question. Which Golden Age hero's identity did Helmut Zemo assume in the Thunderbolts?
Ooh.
Oh,
A, the Destroyer, B, Citizen V, C, the Witness, or D, the Black Marvel?
dude, how deep did you have to go for this one?
Not
Wow.
very far at all.
Okay, because I'm
This
like,
is newer stuff, right?
This is new.
2000s.
Oh, we got a Facebook user locking in with B.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to follow their lead because you know what? I'm a follower.
Morgan is also logging in with B.
Oh, man, I might have to
Safe
jump
answer.
on the general
Give
consensus.
this safe answer.
Glenn is also questioning B.
By the way,
Question B.
who the
I
hell is
don't,
Citizen
I don't
V?
recognize any of those as Golden Age hero names. The
Well, it
Beetle.
was. The Beetle. Wrong universe.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, there is a Beetle in Marvel, isn't there?
It totally is.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that figure they just showed off this weekend? The living fly.
Maybe.
Oh, the
Nice.
human fly.
The human fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is getting a figure.
The Red Scourge.
Our another Facebook
It's-
user has been identified as Trixie.
Trixie.
Hey.
Hello, Trixie.
So, answer to this question: C or B, Citizen V.
Citizen V.
I don't know who said B first, but thank you.
Yeah. You're the real winner of this round.
Absolutely. Oh, Sean says B because it's the only one I've heard of.
Nicely done.
That's so fair. I love that.
Well, this one actually will probably play a bigger role in the upcoming MCU.
Well, they're working towards
Yes, they
Thunderbolts,
are
right?
working
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
it, and Baron Zemo, who we already know.
Well, He's still out there.
He is out there.
Yeah.
He's great. He's a great villain too.
I
love it.
quite enjoyed everything.
I love
about
when he
him.
dresses up like that pimp in Wakanda or in where'd they go? Madripoor.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh,
That's
it was-
right. Yeah.
That was so dope.
The what is it? The YouTube video of just him in the club. It's
Yeah,
like
dancing.
There's
hours.
there's like 10-hour loops of that.
Yeah.
There are, yeah.
Zemo dancing in the
Yeah.
club.
All right, next one. Whoops. Apparently I clicked too hard. Ignore that one.
Okay, I didn't see it, honestly.
I
I
didn't
was
either.
like, uh-oh.
Oh, it's given away now, but that's okay. In the comics, who created Ultron?
Oh
Tony
yeah.
Stark, Henry Pym, the Mad Thinker, or Professor Phineas T. Horton?
I'm
Wow.
locked in. This is one of my biggest beefs with the Marvel, the MCU.
I'm going to go with,
actually.
I'm locking in.
Morgan's going with A.
I'm locking in. I think that's a wild card answer.
Glenn
What
is
else we got?
going with
Glenn?
B.
Yeah, it's my
My
boy.
man Glenn, that's what I'm picking too.
Yeah, man.
It's a B for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my biggest beef with the MCU.
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball there with this one, but in the comics, it was Henry Pym.
They take Tony Stark in the MCU and they make him every single leader of every single other team, and it's just D.
Isn't that funny though?
Like he's
it's
Professor
funny.
X, he's Reed Richards, he's Hank Pym, he's a bunch of different guys.
You know, but you go back to 2008 and that first Iron Man movie, and
So good.
You think about not only was it good, but think about what it was for the company.
Mm-hmm.
That is the movie that
They gambled on.
Absolutely, and so
Yeah.
therein, I think, is the beginning of where the source material influenced the movies, and then the movies began to influence.
No,
the source
definitely.
material.
The
Yeah.
Robert Downey
Yeah, for
Jr.
sure.
effect.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, they
Robert
picked the
Downey
right
syndrome,
guy
I call
for
it.
Was there anybody else even in mind for
No.
that? Oh.
Is
Could
he-
you imagine anybody else?
No, honestly, I can't imagine anyone else playing.
So the whole thing with Doctor Strange and that whole, are we going to get a Tom Cruise as a variant Stark? Spoiler, it didn't happen.
Unless there's like some deleted scene out there that we don't know about yet,
Well,
because they can hold those.
okay, theatrically it did not happen,
No,
and
No.
I'm glad.
he was too busy doing Top Gun.
Yeah.
That's a
And I
billion-dollar movie, my friend.
I love comic characters named after me. So
I was
let's
about
go-
to.
let's
You know
go
what?
Hank
I didn't
Pym.
want to say it, but I was thinking it.
I don't know.
let's
I
go
was
Hank
thinking
Pym.
bad
Let's
one.
go Hank McCoy.
There you- Hank McCoy. There you go. Oh, they did do a terrible twist.
I had to look the other way when Hank Pym beat his wife in the 80s.
Yeah.
I did.
I wouldn't
or
do that.
Janet,
Oh, well,
the Wasp. Anyway, next question. In the comics, to whom was Pepper Potts once married to?
oh,
Mm.
A. Morgan Stark, B. Happy Hogan, C. Alex von Tilburg, or D. Tony Stark?
once married to in the comics.
Yep.
Now, is the photo tied into the answer? Because that seems like a relatively recent photo.
It's
It's her
relatively
it's her
recent one,
Iron
but,
Maiden Iron Maiden outfit.
Sorry, wrong Iron Maiden.
there's not a lot of PNGs out there of Pepper Potts just on her own.
Well,
Wow.
I don't know if I'm allowed to think out loud here. Isn't
No, go
Morgan
for
their
it.
daughter?
In the MCU,
Yeah, well, that's true.
Oh,
That's true.
Facebook users locking in with B.
You know what? I was kind of leaning that way, and I don't
Maybe
know
back
what
in
else.
the 60s, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm
I
going
was
with
going to
that.
say Alex von Tilburg because I don't even know who that is. So maybe that's, but maybe Happy Hogan. But like that would
Glenn's
have to
no
be
idea
way
Happy
back in the
Hogan, too.
60s. Yeah. My knowledge of Iron Man is pretty, like, I remember him being a drunk in the 80s in the comics, but I mostly know him, which I have to actually commend. I know we're doing a lot of segues here, but I have to commend the MCU for taking, which was like pretty much a third tier character, Iron Man.
Oh, and turning him into
and turning him into a number one
franchise.
top tier
Yeah.
franchise, carrying.
I actually thought that they were going to do more with that because we saw Tony slip into,
Yeah, in Iron Man 2.
and I thought they were going to spend more time with that and show sort of his recovery, but it just kind of was.
He gets
glossed over.
he does that religious zealot nut thing, and I think they might be reserving that stuff for the Daredevil that's coming up.
Maybe.
Sure, and that's what happens, and you make an Ultron, and
Yeah. Both Sean and Morgan have locked in with B.
I think we're in the B camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the B camp.
Everyone in the B camp
Yeah.
is correct. Happy Hogan.
Wow.
Yeah. She married him after she was infatuated with Tony, but then eventually Tony kind of skirted her away and pushed her in the direction. And then by the time Tony was ready, Happy Hogan had already
swept her off her
feet.
It's a bit of a shame how they wrote the female characters in the 60s for a lot of the comic books, because they were always like sort of arm candy being passed. A few of the characters dated many, many different Avengers.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Happy, he did die in the comics, and that freed her up to be with Tony. So,
yeah.
Well, I hope they don't do that in the MCU.
I know. I like Jon Favreau's character there.
Who's going to run Stark?
Well, Pepper.
I guess so. Happy's still just security, or
yeah, that's exactly it.
Really, just a security.
Yeah. Glenn's comment.
Kids these days love Iron Man because of the MCU, but old guys are like that egotistical alcoholic a-hole.
Yeah. That's how I remember him, man.
Wasn't there a graphic novel, an Iron Man graphic novel, that
Demon in a Bottle
was it was the first instance of Marvel Comics publishing full nudity?
Really?
Yeah.
It definitely might have been.
Yeah,
it definitely might have been.
Don't quote me on that, but I seem to recall that being that the case. Yeah.
Don't remember that one, but I'll take your word for it.
It was one of those. Remember when they were doing like those oversized?
Yeah, like the
they weren't
Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
They weren't graphic novels, but they were almost like coffee table book sized graphic novels, like that.
So, next question here. Who is Johann Schmidt?
Oh,
your choices are Agent Access, the Red Skull, Zeitgeist, or Kang the Conqueror.
I locked it in before you finished reading them, and unless things are different in the comic books, I'm probably going to get this one right.
All right. Well, we got Glenn locking in here with B.
Yes, Glenn.
Yes, B. Yes, that's where I'm at.
Morgan also locking in with B.
Excellent.
There are people who have only seen the movies and think that.
It's true.
It is true. It is true.
But for this particular question, the B camp has it. It is the Red Skull.
Nice. The Red Skull.
Yep.
Agent Access. That's a great name. It's a horrible sentiment. But that's
have we been hearing the rumblings that there may be an avenue, an arc with the Red Skull in the new Captain America film?
I have not heard that,
but
I would certainly
back.
like to see it.
Yeah. Him being the guardian of Vormir is kind of...
He does come back so many times from the dead in the comics. It's ridiculous, actually. Like
that whole Vormir thing, though. I mean, are they gonna
touch on him and his journey of returning the stones? Because that would be awesome.
Steve Rogers?
Yeah.
In the new Cap movie? No, it's a Sam Wilson movie for sure. They've said like
Sam
it's
Wilson
absolutely
movie.
A Sam Wilson movie.
Yeah, 100%.
But there's been talk about the Red Skull may have a role in that. I'm more interested in like, the guy lands at Vormir. How are they going to replace him, and who are they going to replace him with? Yeah. I think that would be more interesting.
I'd be more interested in just seeing, Steve Rogers show up and be like, "Oh, you? What the hell are you doing here?"
Well, yeah, there is.
Here, take the stone. I'll be gone now.
Yeah, really. Can imagine the conversation they'd have?
Yeah. Next question. What is Thor's hammer Mjolnir made of? Adamantium?
I think I know this one.
Asgardian stone, Asgardian steel, or Uru metal?
What's the
D?
Sorry. I was going to say what's the DC equivalent here, because
DC equivalent?
Yeah, it's whatever Hawkman's hammer is made out of.
Unobtainium.
Nth metal.
Yeah.
It would be the Marvel equivalent to nth metal.
Right.
We got
Hey,
he's from Twitch.
Our first comment from Twitch tonight coming in from Not Brandek.
Nice.
Your name right. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Going with D.
That was a great comment.
Going with D.
D for
I'm D down too.
Glenn is on the D train. Morgan and Sean.
Yo.
And you guys are correct. It is D.
Uru metal.
Enchanted Uru metal.
All right, we can't not talk about it. I mean, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
What, Thor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you did. Okay, we've all seen it now. Okay. It shows her. Is that consistent?
You know what?
See that armpit?
Yeah.
That's the best part of the movie.
I think
I'm
the ladies
sorry.
might disagree, though.
I'm sorry,
Don't-
Kevin Feige.
Don't get me wrong. There are elements of that movie that I did enjoy. They were just, interspersed with moments of like, who is this kid? It was just so hard to take him seriously in the moments where he tried to be serious. Read the room, YTD.
Next up, we have shifting over from the
Oh my
Avengers.
God,
side.
Black Tom Cassidy.
Who was Black Tom Cassidy's partner in crime? Was it the Banshee, Warhawk, the Juggernaut, or Mesmero?
I got to think about this for a second.
Mesmero, a DC villain.
You can go back to your 90s X-Men animated because the answer is there too.
Wicked. I'm locked in.
I'm in.
Facebook locking in with C.
I'm going with
you
One
got
King
it.
Marco myself.
Yeah.
You got it.
Sean is going with C as well.
You got it.
Not Branch.
C question mark? Ooh.
Morgan's going with B. Morgan, did you not watch the X-Men 90s cartoon?
Warhawk.
I'm more interested to see the revival.
Yes. Because
Yeah,
it's supposed to
X-Men
pick up right with
97.
the last one left. And Glenn is going with Professor
Yeah.
X's cousin, and he is correct.
You got it. You got it.
He is correct.
The Jugs.
Kane Marco, the Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah. And the best
Like
part
the
about
first
that,
meme ever.
yeah, was that they actually referenced it in X-Men: The Last Stand.
Yeah, they totally
He's
did.
That terrible movie, but they got that right.
And you know the funny thing, Vinnie Jones, love Vinnie Jones. He just was not
He
a
was
good,
not the right actor.
not
for that
a
role.
good choice for that role at all.
Yeah.
He does play. Did you guys see the short-lived? I think it was a Fox series. It was called The Cape.
No.
It had Keith David was in it. There was a bunch of circus performers. It's about a cop who basically, I don't know if he fakes his own death. They think he's dead, but he basically falls in with a bunch of like traveling circus performers, and they all kind of teach him their shtick. And by learning all of these different arts, he becomes this all-in-one hero. And the cape, they teach him this like cape fu, essentially this martial
Cape
art
fu.
with the cape. Hence the TV show is called The Cape. But Vinnie Jones plays a character on there called Scales, and he is an amazing villain in that.
Nice. Not Brandak with the comment about his helmet in that Last Stand movie, which was awful. Just
It was.
awful.
Sean's coming in. Wasn't he in Deadpool 2? He was. Both these characters were in Deadpool 2.
Yes,
but
they
did
were.
not hook them up appropriately.
No, I don't think they did.
No, they were just on the same transport at the end, or when they get broke out there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's basically the last you hear of Black Tom.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we got one from Red Svensson.
Oh, comment from Eric. The Cape died too soon. Great show. I agree. Just one season, which kind of.
I'll have to check that out.
I've got it on DVD. I could mail it to you.
Nice.
Just like how Netflix started.
Yeah, there you go. Question 16. Which mutant hero comes from New Orleans?
Wow.
Cannonball, Gambit, Razorback, or Rogue?
I was locked in before I even read the answers.
Yes, sir.
They focused a lot of his storylines around this.
One of the worst film
Yeah.
translations.
At
Oh,
least it
yeah.
looked cool.
I like that guy too. He's a Canadian actor too.
Is he?
Yeah.
We have Zach coming in here with D.
Oh.
Facebook user.
No,
chooses
Zach.
D.
No.
No,
Red Swenson coming in with D.
Oh, it's B.
Sean with B.
Yeah, it's B, baby. Gambit. There it is. Not
Yeah.
Brandak.
Isn't Rogue from
Point.
like Louisiana?
Somewhere in there. She's
also
a
from
Southern
the
belle.
South, but
You all.
yeah, New Orleans.
Yep. Red says B misclick.
Oh, sure.
One Remy LeBeau.
Yeah. And Glenn is correct. He did call
Sherry.
everyone Sherry.
Remember back in the day, we used to. I remember sitting at your dad's house, Hank, and we were doing our X-Men fantasy cast.
Mhm.
And I still stand by this fantasy cast. My Gambit is a young Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely,
I could see that.
Yep, he's my live action.
Not a
Wow.
Channing Tatum, eh?
No.
No. All right. Next question. Who forcibly removed the adamantium from
Locked in.
Wolverine's skeleton?
Locked in. I read it. I saw it.
Yeah.
Was it Magneto, Apocalypse, the Weapon X Project, or Romulus?
I'm locked in.
Wes is locked in.
Yeah.
Hank is locked in.
Yeah, definitely.
Glenn is choosing A.
Yeah.
Facebook
Glenn.
user is also choosing A.
Glenn, he did call everyone Sherry. Sherry. Mon cher.
Sean locking in with A. Zach with A. Morgan with A.
That's the consensus.
And Nito, Mag.
Nito, man.
Yeah, you guys are right. It was Magneto.
Nice.
So going back to that fantasy casting thing, my Magneto, young Rutger Hauer,
Nice. Nice.
like Blade Runner era Rutger Hauer.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Glenn saying Wolvie is just
everybody
powerless
is.
like Magneto.
Everybody is. That's the one thing that I think that the writers, they had to temper themselves.
Yes.
Because
I'm
like
surprised that they
a
didn't
character
let him
like
off the
Magneto or like Gravitron or somebody like that, they're so overpowered that like there's no way in hell anybody, not even a team of mutants, can beat them. Which is why he's got the helmet to keep Professor X out of his mind, because that's the only way you can beat this guy. But if he pulled the iron out of your blood,
that's what I mean.
like,
well, here's the thing, right? I mean,
overcompensated for
look
that.
at how far they took Wolverine in the 90s. Like the guy regenerated from a cell under a fingernail.
From a cell, yes.
I mean, when you think about how the human body works on electricity, and what is magnetism? That's electricity, folks. You want to just, I'm just going to stop everybody's heart.
Yeah, imagine if he was really mad at humans and just went all the iron in everybody's blood. Just there.
Die.
Well, there was one arc where he decided he was ticked off enough. He shifted the poles of the earth.
Yeah.
It's interesting how they show like big level power, like in the movie. What does he do? He raises a submarine out of the water, which is cool.
Yeah, it lifts a bridge.
But like, when you like understand that he could kill every living thing within whatever radius his power affects,
pull the moon out of orbit. Just like I'm glad that they don't, that we're not super villains.
Literally, the only way to stop Wolverine was with magnets. Deliberately had to have a way to stop the unkillable Berserker. Yeah, hence the Wolverine Hulk
Weapon H.
Well, that whole rivalry that
yes.
comes up all the time. I mean, the unstoppable force meets the immovable object, if you will. Yeah,
that's
Glenn's
true, Glenn.
saying,
In the old D6 game, one where Hulk had Shift X strength.
Oh, sure, in the Marvel superheroes game.
Yeah.
That was that a FASA? I think it was a FASA game.
Maybe.
Well, the issue that Magneto did this in, actually, was X-Men number 25. It was part of the Fatal Attractions storyline.
God, he looks an awful lot like Onslaught there.
Well, this is the reason why Professor X mind-wiped Magneto and led to Onslaught.
Okay.
So, doing that kind of pushed Professor X over the edge and lobotomized him.
So now that everybody's seen, oh my God, what is it? What's that movie we're talking about? Doctor Strange. Everybody seen the new Doctor Strange?
I have.
Yes.
Did the Scarlet Witch go down with Wonder Door?
Yes, you can play. Everybody can play.
Maybe. Of course, join in.
Yes, please do. Did the Scarlet Witch survive the crumbling of Mount Wundagore?
I think she did.
Of course,
there's some kind of like wing light thing.
Yeah,
I'd like
they
to
did her
say
dirty in that movie, and they gotta fix what they did to her. Because
I would like to say that she got smote, and they just let her die, and that way, the variant or a variant, Wanda, can show up and be Magneto's daughter.
Yeah,
like
without.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
That may be the Wanda with the two kids that we see from Earth, whatever. Maybe that will be the Wanda that we follow forward. But I just think I had a real problem with that movie too. I enjoyed a lot of it, but they undid everything they did with WandaVision, and I was just that's crazy. Why would you spend so much time doing that to that character and then to undo it?
After having to convince you to stay with WandaVision. No, hey, please stay.
Yeah. Cinematic format. Yeah.
Don't give
you
up.
win me over only to throw me to the dirt, you bastards.
If anything, just stick around for Jimmy Woo.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, did you see
also
the
getting Jimmy Woo is getting an action figure with the brand new card holding hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Way to go, Hasbro. Now your action figures can hold credit cards.
Well, they're going to need it for the Gambit
or
figure.
ID cards. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a total reuse right there.
But next question here we got. What team did the original New Mutants later become?
Oh, I'm in.
Was it the Exterminators, Team X, X Factor, or X Force? Give people a
Shit.
couple
One of those
seconds.
is European.
I don't know, maybe. We got a couple answers for D coming in here.
Anonymous Facebook user for
Yeah,
D. Glenn
D.
comes in at D.
Thank
you. That's going to influence me. That's where I'm going. That was my initial. I'm like, the other one? No, that's European.
Red is saying C. Sean is also saying C.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're splitting down the middle.
Zach's coming in with D. Morgan is coming in also.
I'm D.
Well, the D camp has it. It was X Force.
Yeah. X Factor was that government split off team led by the Angel.
Woo! Yay, Team D.
Yep.
Loved this comic when I was a kid. I loved the character of Sunspot, actually.
Can we just...
he got a really good action figure there.
Can I just toss out here for 1 second? The New Mutants might just be the best Fox superhero movie made.
I still haven't seen that one yet.
Oh.
I still haven't seen it either.
Oh.
I'm going to search that out. As soon as we get off air, I'm going to search it out now because I kept meaning to watch that thing.
Clearly that movie was meant to be a vehicle for Maisie Williams of Game of Thrones fame.
Mm-hmm.
And if the movie had have got the release window that it was supposed to get, she would be a bona fide megastar right now. Which is really unfortunate for her because she's really good in that movie. Unfortunately, when you see it, you can understand when you go back and realize that they probably delayed that so that it did not overlap with Captain Marvel, because thematically there's some things going on in New Mutants that kind of overlap with Captain Marvel, and Disney bought the farm. We can't have that happening.
Well, there's a lot in comics that overlaps.
But the New Mutants, I mean, it's awesome. And I say this as I don't like horror movies, and they build New Mutants as being a foray into the horror genre.
And that's what I saw in all the trailers.
Good.
They were all cut like that, right?
Good. Yeah.
Nice.
We've got our Facebook user here saying X Factor was the original 5 X-Men first. And that is correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Next up, we have, where did the Hulk operate as Mr. Fix-It? Was it Chicago, Las Vegas, New York City, or Miami?
I'm torn.
During his gangster era.
Just because of real world history, I'm locking in at A.
Okay.
I'm locking in at A. It was A or C for me, but I'm going with A.
We got Glenn coming in with D.
What the hell?
He was in Vegas, baby. He was in the casino. He was a casino. He was a bouncer at a casino.
Yeah. Sean's coming with A.
I just think of those those pinstripe suits, and I'm like, that totally screams Chicago gangster.
He was a bouncer at a casino for a while.
Yeah,
Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, he recently got the Build-A-Figure, and
That's
it's a great.
That's right.
figure.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, Vegas it is.
Oh,
yeah,
Vegas.
And Glenn says, "Oh shit, Hank is right."
Not often, but it happens, man.
Yeah, he operated there for a while.
He was Mr. Fix-It when he fought Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus had adamantium arms for a brief time and thought he could take the Hulk out. And it's grisly.
What was he thinking?
He throws him through so many glass windows. There's just this drawing of Dr. Ock just covered with glass shards sticking out of every spot in his body. That it's just, yeah.
Is everybody ready for She-Hulk this week?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
She-Hulk's coming this week.
It's going to be good.
I think that's the biggest reason they pushed Andor back, is to give She-Hulk room to breathe.
Some time to breathe. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just terrified about how the hell we're going to do 3 episodes in 1 week.
One each. We'll do one each, man.
There you go.
We'll be going live every day for 3 days.
Hey, we did that before.
We did do that before. Yeah.
All right. Next question. What is the name of Hulk's son who miraculously survived the massacre? Is it?
I do know this one.
Bruce Jr., Omaka, Robert Jr., or Scar?
Locked in.
Locked in. Yeah. D. And now we know how to pronounce it because I've always pronounced it Scar, but I guess it's Sakaar.
Sakaar.
Well, that's
Sakaar.
the planet.
Like the planet, Sakaar, yeah.
But isn't he named after the planet? I don't know.
Maybe. Could be an homage.
Maybe.
Could be an homage. What was her name?
Oh, Shiara the Old Strong, I think.
Yeah, that's
Kiara?
right.
I
Yeah.
can't fully
Kiara.
remember.
Yeah.
But yeah,
D.
Glenn coming in with D.
You
Lauren
got it,
with
guys.
D. Sean also with D.
Yeah, D team.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Guys are correct.
Team D.
It was Scar.
All of the above.
The Planet Hulk and its follow-up World War Hulk, easily two of my favorite Marvel stories of all time.
Yeah, some crazy
Excellent,
stuff going on
excellent
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
Even the animated adaptation isn't that bad.
I keep every time a new MCU movie comes out, I keep waiting for Meek to freak out and murder everybody.
Yep.
And that's sort of as an addendum to that. Like, I know it's in Elseworlds or whatever they call it in Marvel. That's a decent thing. But the Old Man Logan series, where the Hulk has become like the ruler of the wastelands, and all of his progeny, the Maestro, all his progeny,
not the Maestro.
No, not Maestro.
No.
He's
just like, he has like hundreds of kids, and they're
hundreds
all
of
like
Hulk kids running
Hulk.
around in roving gangs of violence. It's crazy, but it's a sort of a direct off.
So
they take
as
that
if
timeline where he wins World War Hulk, and they go down a rabbit hole.
Really?
There.
Oh, okay. It's almost like, what if you walk the Hulk into Stallone's Judge Dredd movie?
Yeah, Old Man. If you get a chance, check it out. Old Man
Logan was
great
fantastic.
Stuff. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah. Next up here, we've got what does Shang-Chi's name mean?
Couldn't tell you.
Seeker of Serenity, Son of the Emperor, Rising of the Spirit, or Master of the Martial Arts?
I'm going to go with the subtitle of his comic in the first one. So I'm going to lock in at D.
That's a reasonable answer. And my exposure to Shang-Chi is the film. So I mean, I would say maybe it was the Master of the Convenience Store, but
Master of the Convenience.
That's a whole different universe.
Best guy on the bus.
Morgan's coming in here with C. Glenn is going with B.
No, Son of the
I'm sticking with Hank. I'm going with D on this one.
Master of the Martial Arts.
But pure guess.
Yeah. I'm just because
Fair
that
enough.
was the tagline on the comic. Remember?
It was, yeah.
Shang-Chi, Master of the Martial Arts.
I don't see the E answer better than Danny Rand.
Oh man. Oh, well, he gets a bad rap, and he didn't get a very good show either. I was super excited for Iron Fist.
And the show would have been fine. I tell you this, I will say this: I did not mind Finn Jones as Danny Rand.
No,
what I would have done is I would have taken the stunt and the choreography team from Daredevil, and I would have had them do that show as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did.
Yeah, no, I mean Iron Fist. He's another character that just like you don't want to get into a fist fight with that guy. Like I don't mean just because he's got a big glowing fist. I mean that guy dismantles you in the comics. Like
yeah.
You know, like he's a bone breaker. He's a very violent kind of.
Even trained Spider-Man.
Really?
In the art of Spider-Fu.
Spider.
No, I don't speak Mandarin.
Well,
so
it was the 70s, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, no, he actually didn't train
nobody
until like 90s or 2000s.
In Spider-Fu.
Yeah.
It was, well.
Because he loses his spider sense and he has to find alternate ways to defend himself.
This is another case of you could never do that today.
No.
remember the spider buggy?
Yes.
Spider Buggy. I do remember the Spider Buggy. There's a Hot Wheels.
It is.
Yeah.
It
You
was.
mean
a Hot
the
Wheels,
MCU
the
show
last
or the
year.
character, Glenn? Because the MCU show was thoroughly weak. His character was a little bit better in the Defenders, but the MCU show was really weak. I really thought they did.
Am I wrong for saying the
that
best part of that
character
show was Colleen Wing?
Yeah, she was definitely the best part of that show.
She's great. She was coincidentally, she was maybe the best part of the new Matrix movie too.
Nice.
Because she was
the
Bugs,
best
right?
part of Last Jedi.
She was just in she's just in a Netflix movie that we just watched too. She's the one with Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
She plays an FBI agent or a CIA operative in that.
I don't know what that's called, but I just watched that recently too. Yeah.
Gray Man. She's in Gray Man. That's what
Power Man and Iron Fist was some good stuff. Hero for Hire. That ground level stuff is my favorite stuff in the Marvel universe. When you start going into other galaxies and you start effing up with the Mcron crystals and all that stuff.
Yep.
I love my heroes, and this is again, I have a lot of problems with the MCU. Is one of my problems with Spidey in the MCU is that he's not a ground level hero. He's already been to space. He's already fought Thanos. Like, he needs to get in the dirt with Sandman. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the sewers with the lizard. That's my Spidey, and I'm hoping that we return to that. So since nobody else is.
The rumors are saying that is the discussion for Spider-Man 4,
right?
Because everyone, spoiler if you haven't seen it, everyone forgot him, and now he has nobody, so he's going right back to the ground.
Well, that's an easy.
And that's it. That's my favorite. Like, that's why I love Daredevil. That's why I love Iron Fist, Power Man. Those street level heroes, those gritty, yeah.
Red says Spider-Man had a way better vehicle than the buggy. Go, Leopardon. But that's not Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. That's Japanese Spider-Man.
The other version.
Spider-Man.
Different multiverse.
We've come off the rails. What's the answer?
Well, the answer is actually a bit of a trick question here because C, Rising of the Spirit.
Did anybody get that?
No.
Did even anybody?
Did anybody try? Did anybody care?
Morgan got it.
You think Stan Lee took the time to look that up? Come on.
Congratulations, Morgan.
All right.
And because, like you say, Hank, because nobody really did look it up, when it did come out that's what his name was for the movie, somebody who does speak Mandarin called him out. And it said, please don't refer to Shang-Chi as Rising Spirit as it is currently written in the comics, because that's not what it means. It means as upper air. Not a great superhero name. Instead, I suggest calling him Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi is such a good character that we talked about Power Fist and Iron Man for 20 minutes instead of...
Yeah, so his name means upper air.
I like
in reality.
I really enjoyed this movie, by the way.
It was a good movie.
If nothing else, for the return of batshit crazy Ben Kingsley.
Yeah. Nice, Morgan got it.
I thought it might have been that. Chi is spiritual power.
Yeah, that's coming from Red. All right, next question here. In which other series did Moon Knight first appear? Was it the Rampaging Hulk, Daredevil, Werewolf by Night, or Power Man?
Locked in.
I mean, if we think of Moon Knight as another ground level dude, I mean, if he's the Batman of the Marvel universe, I kind of want to go with Daredevil, but I'm going to go with it's Daredevil or Power Man. That's where I'm going.
Well, Glenn is going with C. He thinks it feels right.
That's where I'm at.
Werewolf by Night. Okay, fair enough.
That comic was unprecedented, actually.
Yep. Red's going with D. Sean is going with C.
Well, I'm going to die on the Daredevil hill.
Well, so is
it's
Morgan.
A good hill to die on.
Yes, Morgan.
And Zach is coming in with C as well.
Yes, Zach.
Camp C. Werewolf by Night.
Yep. You guys are correct with C.
Woo-hoo.
Werewolf by Night.
Well, it should have been Daredevil. It would have been if I had written it.
I'd like to see those guys square off, actually.
Daredevil and Moon Knight.
Oh,
that'd be a good throwdown.
Yeah. Guy with radar or somebody fueled by a dead deity.
Maybe. All right. Coming up on the last few questions here.
Oh my God, we're in the home stretch.
We are. Question 23. Who is Thanos'
Oh, I got
brother?
this one. I got it.
Is it Alars, Eros, Ego, or Kronos?
I'm locking it in. I've even seen this guy on screen.
Yeah,
I got it.
We have seen him on screen.
That's right.
And recently as well.
That's right.
Alars is the guy from Metallica, so that's wrong. Napster.
Well, Alars is actually still related to him in a fashion.
No, that's true.
I'm going with B.
Yeah, B.
And with the B.
Yeah, we've got Red coming in with D. Glenn coming in with D. Sean Colbert coming in with D.
Did you guys know something I don't?
Wow.
Morgan coming in with D.
Wow.
The Time God, really.
Star Fox.
It is Star Fox.
Star Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, unfortunately for them, B.
Eros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I got that.
Yeah. Who recently made his first appearance in the Stinger scene on the Eternals.
That's right. Played by Girls You Love Him. Singer guy.
Oh, Harry Styles. is
Harry Styles with his good friend Patton Oswalt, MODOK.
it? As the voice
Oh,
of
really?
Control.
Oh, what? You didn't know that?
Star Fox
Shows
Everybody's
up at the
related
end.
in the Marvel universe.
Star Fox shows up at the end of Eternals in the Stinger with the
Pip the Troll.
Pip the Troll voiced by
Who could sit through the end of
Patton
Eternals?
Oswalt.
I sat through it.
I watched it. I enjoyed it for very different reasons.
But Alars, as I said, is related. That's his father.
That's true.
That I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. All right. What is the Silver Surfer's real name?
Locked it
Yes,
in.
locked
Is
it.
it Jartranrad, Norinrad, Fenenrad, or Norin Khan?
I spent I don't know how long watching. I went back and I watched the Silver Surfer animated series on
It's
my
good,
phone.
right?
I just laid in bed and I watched it. It's serialized. It's so
It's great.
good.
It's really good.
It's
I know.
way better than I ever remember it being.
Yeah. It's really good.
Red's coming in here with B. Sean is locking in at B. Also for Glenn.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah.
And not Brendich.
No stumps here.
Nope.
No, we're all in on this one.
B.
Glenn says, who is surfing? It's radical.
All right, here's your follow-up Silver Surfer question. We all saw that awful Fantastic Four movie and what they did to him.
Yeah, it was Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, I was going to say, you remember who the voice was?
Yeah.
Do you know who the physical embodiment of that was?
No.
It's not a 100% CGI character. It is a performance-captured character.
Really?
The body, I'll leave it out there. I'll put it out there to you guys. In the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer movie, who was the physical embodiment of the Silver Surfer? I'm looking for
Ryan
the
Gosling. I don't know.
Sean's coming in here too. The Silver Surfer show was good. Used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, I love that show.
We got
I've been
we got an
watching all
answer.
the,
We got an answer, and it is the
Yeah.
right one too.
Doug Jones.
Not Brandek from Twitch says Doug Jones. You are correct, sir.
There you
Crazy.
go.
One of the most amazing human beings in Hollywood today. Love that man. He's such an amazing person. Yeah, Doug Jones. Who, by the way, his first acting role. Do you remember the old McDonald's commercials? Mac Tonight, the giant moon.
Oh,
playing
geez. The head, the big
Mac
moon
Tonight?
headed guy. Yeah.
Also Doug Jones.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's a nice piece of trivia right there.
Yeah. But as to our piece of trivia here, yeah, everybody who locked in B, they got it right.
Norin Rad.
No one rad.
Hey, you got one of those. Now I've seen a couple more since I've seen yours. Tell the folks about your life-size.
Life-size Norin Rad.
Yeah.
For the theatrical release of it, there was a life-size Silver Surfer statue distributed to movie theaters and whatnot
On a surfboard.
on a surfboard.
Yeah.
And it was bracketed to a giant metal stand, and there was a big cardboard cutout to show like the universe and whatnot. I actually have one,
Oh,
awesome.
dude.
and it was quite by accident. A friend of a friend said that the Lindsay Boys and Girls Club was giving it away, and nobody wanted it.
What?
So I said,
How do you say
yeah,
no to
I'll
that?
take that. And he currently resides in my photo studio.
I've seen
That's
a couple
crazy.
more since
Dude,
then.
I got to see photos of that.
Oh my god,
Throw
it's
some photos of that up.
super impressive to look at.
Yeah.
It
he-
might even be better than the movie.
the only piece I'm missing is the cardboard exterior, but
I could paint something for you. Wow.
So whoever that person is. Oh, apparently Doug Jones has been giving me nightmares since the 1980s.
Nice, Major.
Major had an issue with Mac Tonight.
Yeah, Mac Tonight is pretty horrifying.
Facebook user. I remember going to get that. Well, then I know this Facebook user must be
Sure,
Greg,
sure. Okay, that's awesome.
Nice.
voice actor extraordinaire.
Congratulations on the Ninja Turtle game, by the way.
Yeah. I still have yet to play it, but I will eventually play it.
Absolutely.
And Red's coming in here, says, pays to have a
Pays-
friend.
yeah.
If you're a movie fan. It really does.
Big
Yeah.
time.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the best thing I've got out of a theater, I've got some real double-sided posters, but other than that, nothing.
All right. For our last question
What?
of the evening.
What? It's the last one?
I know.
All right.
Of which race are the gods of Titan, such as Mentor and Thanos, an offshoot of? The gods of Olympus,
Wow.
the Eternals, the Asgardians, or the Inhumans? Here's where we need Jeopardy music.
For real, because okay,
You locked in, Wes?
I am, but I'm wrong.
You never know.
I'm
I'm
locked
going
in.
with B.
Oh, Morgan's coming in here. He's going with A.
Going B.
Not Brandich is going with the
The
Eternals.
B Eternals.
The B Eternals. That's where I'm at.
Sean's coming in with D, Inhumans. Red Swenson is coming in originally or the retcon story.
He's throwing curveballs at us.
Let's go originally.
We'll ask the questions here.
Oh, Jennifer, she's playing now too, and she's going with B.
There it is.
That's my wife,
Hi, Jen.
which means Parker might be there too.
Hi, kids.
Hopefully he's playing along. Zach's coming in with the answer of B as well. And everyone who picked B, you got it.
Oh, we did. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. They are an offshoot of the Eternals.
Wow. I thought it was that. I'm like, it can't be Inhumans. Could it be Inhumans? Speaking of Inhumans, did anybody watch the Inhumans television series?
I did. I was very disappointed with it, but I get why they did it.
So, and you haven't seen Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. What did you think of Anson Mount coming back?
Didn't mind him at all.
I did not mind that
Loved
at
it.
all either.
Loved it.
Yeah. We all
Okay.
can we all agree that the Illuminati sequence was the best part of the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was awesome.
Red's coming in here. Pretty sure they're deviants, aka B. Well, Thanos was actually considered a deviant because of his skin complexion, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. He had different colored skin, so he's a deviant.
From the regular eternal race. Yes.
Wow, another thing you couldn't write today.
No.
Well, they still wrote it for Eternals, right?
I suppose so. Yeah.
Because they fought
Yeah.
Thor.
Is the MCU ever going to get around to addressing why there's a dude sticking out of the planet?
No, it's just there.
It's got to come up though. It's got to be in the background or another.
There's a guy hanging out of your planet. He's like sticking out through the atmosphere.
It was literally my favorite
Oh.
thing about the Tick cartoon was the continuity of the stuff that would happen in the episodes before, like when Chairface Chippendale starts to carve his name into the moon, and then that
Yep.
Galactus character like takes a bite out of the moon, and it just says "Chaw" with a bite out of the moon for like
Yep.
5 episodes in a row in the background. I love that stuff, man.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Hank, as a fan of the Tick, have you watched either of the live action series?
I have they both have their merits. The one without the licensing with like what was his name?
With Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, but we like the Flighter Mouse's name. What was it? Batman. Well,
Yeah,
that's a pretty
Batman
crafty
Well.
way to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
that one's not too bad. The new one is excellent.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
mad they canceled it after 2.
Me
I
too.
know.
Me
It's
too.
I really
enjoyed
enjoyed it. I would die if they brought that to cartoon back. That was some of my favorite stuff. The Mad Bomber with bombs at midnight, baby.
Yeah.
Love
Patrick Warburton as the Tick though is just
it. Oh, it was really
pretty
good.
spot on.
Strong
pretty
stuff.
much it's his it's his Gronk
Yeah.
amplified.
Mhm.
Red's coming in here. Territorial disputes over Titan fingers.
Nice.
Man.
My island.
Well, somebody claims the hand, somebody else claims the head. I don't know.
Seriously.
Well,
Wow. We did it.
that was our interactive trivia.
That was
our
wicked
first-
fun.
Trivia night. In fact, we had a really solid audience tonight. There was 12 of you out there.
Wicked fun.
Not everybody commenting, but glad to have you along.
Yeah.
Did you guys like this? Do you think this is something that we should do more of? Because
I'm in.
this was really fun. All right, let us know what you want us to do. I mean, we're always taking your show ideas.
Yep.
Do consider supporting the show by becoming a patron. You can check us out. It's Fandom Power or the Fandom Power podcast on patreon.com, where you can be a producer on the show, get your name in the credits. And if you want to become that top tier level, an executive producer, we will take your show idea and we will develop it into a
Say
show
what you
where
want us to say.
you will be a co-host on that episode. So please check it out. It's patreon.com, Fandom Power. Eric says that was cool.
Once
A month, different topics. I think that's probably doable.
I think there's enough topics out there that we could do that.
Easily. Yes, this was great. Who doesn't love quizzes? That's from Morgan. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the feedback. I think that
Yeah.
That's 2. Yes, do this again.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Big time.
All right.
All righty.
But we'll never do Star Wars trivia.
There's too much of it.
I mean, how are you going to stump us?
What
was George Lucas's ingrown toe? How many centimeters?
Oh man.
Oh, that was awesome. Listen, guys, I had a great time doing this. I hope you guys had a great time doing this. You know that we will be back next week. Who knows what we'll be talking about, but we will be back with something. Is there anything you guys want to end on before we wrap it up tonight?
Have you watched the I Am Groot yet?
No, I have not.
I haven't yet. No.
They're a lot shorter than I thought they were going to be, but
They're like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah.
They're really fun.
Are they like, is there some continuity there?
Maybe. Like the first one is him getting out of that pot after
Right.
Guardians 1.
Yeah.
And then it just continues on. But, you know, as a self-contained little short, they're fun.
Nice.
And it's all his toddler Groot. So
nice.
Cool. Well, listen, guys. I mean, I think that's pretty much it then.
Yeah, I'm
hella fun.
Sean says this was fun, guys. It was, Sean. Thank you to everyone who showed up tonight, who played along with us at home. Maybe next time we'll actually do something like, I don't know, keep score.
Nice.
Not bad for our first time out, though.
Maybe next time we could have an actual prize.
Well,
if
I'd
we
be
keep
down.
score.
Guys, if you have a question for the show, for us, if you want to stump the chumps, there's 3 of us here. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach us at fandompower@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us through Facebook, through our Instagram. Just search the Fandom Power Podcast on those social platforms. Or you can tune in live with us almost every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, where we will bring you another topic of fandom, which we love to celebrate here at the show. So listen, guys, until next time, and there will be a next time. My name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
I'm Hank.
And we will catch you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.
Woo.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Fandom Power. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be talking about another one of your favorite fandoms. Fandom Power is a Sawcast production.